Hey everybody, today you are going to create two original Zoom backgrounds using Adobe Photoshop. One of them is going to be a BG themed, so if you want to use any of those BG logos, you'll start by going to our Schoology page. And at the bottom of our Schoology page, we have a BGHS logos folder. Go to that newest logos folder and tap on the new Bison logos PNG. It's black in the background because the background of this PNG is transparent, which is going to be great for Photoshop. Up at the top right, click that arrow and save image. This will place the image in our camera roll. Then we can go into Photoshop and start our new document. When you're in Photoshop, today we are creating a brand new file. So at the bottom, go to Create New. We're creating for screen, right? We're doing a Zoom background. So up at the top, you're going to go over to Screen, and the first option is the one that we want. The default that it automatically selects, which is Web Large 1920 by 1080 pixels. That will work for Photoshop. I'm going to change the background to transparent so you guys can see this transparency, and then create. So this rectangle is our workspace, right? This is our canvas. The white and gray checkers are just showing that it's a transparent background. To add your logo in, you're going to go to your picture icon. You'll go to Photos, and you'll find that PNG. Now I don't want all of these pictures, so once I'm done transforming, I'm going to go to my selection tools, and I'm going to get my rectangle marquee. I'll drag a square around the logos I do not want and delete those or erase at the bottom. Then we can deselect, grab the transform tool, and make this logo however big or small we need it to be. All right, now I would like color in the background, right? I don't really want a transparent background. So over on the right, I'm going to click the square with the plus, and that's going to create a new layer. To color that layer in, we're going to look down towards the middle of your toolbar for the paint bucket. As soon as you tap with the paint bucket, it will fill your layer with whatever your foreground color is. So if I wanted to change this and pick a different color, I can pick a different color and fill that in. The other option that you have besides the paint bucket is the gradient. And the gradient will fill with your foreground to the background color in whatever direction you click and drag. So I'm not loving that middle area between the orange and that bluish gray, so we'll go back to blue and then gray. That looks good. Click and drag, and I want gray at the top, so I'm going to drag from the bottom up. Okay, so now this looks good, but we've lost our logo. To rearrange, I'm going to hold down on my background layer and drag it below that bison layer. To add text, look for your capital T or your type tool. Tap on your screen and type in your text. You don't need to have text, but if you would like to add that as one of your layers, this is an option. When we look at our text and our layer properties, the first option that we have, and I'm going to tap in here to select my text, I can go through and change the font. I can also change the font size. Your tracking is your spacing in between each letter. Leading only applies if you have 2 or more lines of text, but I want to drop down to my color because I have blue text on a bluish background. It's not standing out, and I want a nice orange. When I go to my color, I see the option of an eyedropper. If I tap that eyedropper, it's going to let me select a color from anywhere on my page. So now I can match that orange perfectly, grab my move tool, and I can move that text away. Once you guys have at least 3 layers, you're going to save this to your photos. To do that, we look up at the top, the square with the arrow. We're going to click that, and I'm going to do a quick export. I'm going to save the image, which will put it into my photos, and that's an easy place I can grab it to put into Zoom.